Hi, and welcome to another junior measurement video. We're going to turn our attention for a few videos into this idea of area. And in the first video, we're going to look at area of a square and rectangle. Now we know the area is the amount of space that is inside a two-dimensional object. So we've just done perimeter, which is the distance around the outside. Now we're looking at how much space is inside the object. Okay, so let's start off with the area of a square and rectangle. Well, it's a nice simple rule to get going. It is equal to base multiplied by height. The base is the length along the bottom of the rectangle. The height is the vertical length. Now, some teachers prefer to teach base times height, and other teachers prefer to teach length times width. So you need to just pick one and learn one, base times height or length times width. All right, let's just take a look at a rectangle for now, which still applies to a square. It's just all sides would be equal. Say we've got a base of 6 and a height of 3 in this rectangle, right? We could break it up into 6 squares across and 3 squares up. If we counted up the number of squares inside there, we'd say it's got an area of 18 centimeters squared. The little 2 at the top, centimeters squared. Now, centimeters squared means cm2 means centimeters squared. It represents a square that is 1 centimeter across by 1 centimeter up. So when I say centimeters squared, I talk about a square that is a centimeter across and a centimeter up. And this rectangle has got 18 of those inside that space. Right, let's get going with example 1. Calculate the area of the following rectangle. So it's got a base of 9 and a height of 4. So we're just going to go base times height. 9 times 4. Use your brain, use a calculator, you'll get 36. Please put the correct units. It must be 36 millimeters squared. Now, millimeter squared represents a little square that is a millimeter across and a millimeter up. A tiny little square. If you remember how small a millimeter is, it's not very big at all. So, example 1, the area is 36 millimeters squared. Right, example 2, calculate the area of the following square. Well, it's the same rule, base times height as a rectangle. So we've got dashes on all 4 sides of the square, which means that all 4 sides are 3 centimeters. So if the base is 3, then the height is also 3. So base times height is the area of a rectangle and a square. So 3 times 3, which is 9. Again, please put centimeters squared. Whenever you do area, you must have a unit with a squared. Remember, that means we're talking about a little square which is 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter, and we would have 9 of those that fit inside this square. Right, example 3. How would we calculate the area of the following rectangle? Well, the base is 80 millimeters and the height is 5 centimeters. So the problem here is one's in millimeters and one's in centimeters. Do not go 80 times 5. You'll get the wrong answer. We have to convert units. 5 centimeters is equivalent to 50 millimeters. 5 times 10 if you're converting centimeters to millimeters. So we could work in millimeters, and we can go area is base times height, which is 80 on the base and 50, because that's the height in millimeters, and that gives 4,000 millimeters squared. 4,000 millimeters squared. That's the area of that rectangle. But please keep in mind, if somebody had chosen to go 80 times 50 and got 4,000 millimeters squared, somebody else could have taken the 80 millimeters and changed it back to 8 centimeters, divided it by 10 to get 8 centimeters, and gone 8 times 5, which is just 40 centimeters squared. So please, if you are asked to solve a problem like that, you can do either in millimeters squared or centimeters squared, unless you're told what you had to do, doesn't matter. All right, that's area, our first area done. So thanks for watching.